One. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Actually, still morning here on a Father's Day weekend. So Father's Day weekend. So today's topic is all about showing up. Okay, it's about showing up. And if you have children, that's the bottom line. However, before we do that, we need to pay our sponsors. So we're going to talk about a couple of things here. Number one, we want to thank Connecting Women to Power Business Conference. I had the opportunity to speak about limiting beliefs and what stops people from moving forward. It was a great turnout. There were a lot of people there, people learning, gaining knowledge. It was a great program, and I was really fortunate to be part of it. And as I was speaking, people seemed to be enlightened by the topics or the subject matter that I was talking about. And it's usually about home. And in home, we get our beliefs from home. And when you hit a person's button, they're going to react to that, And just to let you know, all my books sold out. So that was kind of cool. I didn't expect that. So that was a wonderful treat. So again, I want to thank everybody who participated in the Connecting Women to Power. I want to thank the people who came to hear me on the panel with regards to limited beliefs. And so they have them every year, and it was a great opportunity to what people are trying to do to improve themselves, get their businesses started, and to become empowered. All right. So the next one, just to let you know, we have that. I'm going to hold a preparing your teen for college. That's next Saturday from 9 to 3. There's a lot of kids who are burning out when they get to college. For some reason, they have a difficult time transitioning from home to college on their own for the first time. Maybe the pressure of getting good grades, or again, a belief system that's causing them to create the illusion that they're unable to make it or do the work. And therefore, there's a heart. I don't know what that means. Hey, a heart. I don't know what that means, but something's going on. Okay? And that being said, my goal is to help you find what that is, understand it, make some sense of it so you can put it to rest so it doesn't drive the behavior, okay? I'm trying to think when I went to college. I remember I took the Greyhound bus with my brother for 33 hours to get to college. And I'm thinking, where was my head at that time? How come I went, But I think having my brother helped a lot. I'm not going to tell him that, but I think having him there, because he would have been a sophomore, I was a freshman. And so having a family member probably made the transition for me easy. But that being said, a lot of people don't have that. And so I really want to contribute to those young people moving to the next phase of their lives. Okay? So remember, the preparing your teen for college, June 25th, 9 to 3. Everything's on the website, so take a peek, all right? We've got a couple seats left, and we're glad to give you some insight and to empower the parents on what they can do, to help your child. So that being said, we're moving on to the next one. So the topic today is showing up. Boy, that's a big one. Showing up, being present. People hire me because there are a lot of people, or the important people, or the caretakers never showed up. So what does showing up mean? Well, I'm going to give them my 2-3 cents on this. Showing up has to do with you being present in your child's life. Okay? Since this is Father's Day weekend, it's about being there for the child, And a parent who is conscious of the needs of the child is the parent who will show up. Now, this is going to go a few ways here, and I'm going to give you a couple examples. One parent, or a type of parent that shows up, is a parent who had those needs met in their childhood. So they take the needs that they got from their caretaker, and what they do is they pass it on to their child. Now, what about the child who never got their needs met, or the majority of their needs met? The parents weren't there. The parents were always working. The parents abandoned them. The parents created belief systems that they were unworthy. So now the child's head spinning. So that child grows up and has kids. What do they do to their child? Think about that. What do you do to the child? Did you wake up one day and say, I'm going to do different than what my parent did? Or did you continue the cycle? Okay? Did you continue the cycle? Now, I'm not here to judge. I'm here to awaken folks, if that's true. Okay? Just to awaken you. No judgment here. Understand. if you did not have the ability to be there for your child now, well, take a peek and see where that came from. Why couldn't you be there? Because what happens is sometimes we're afraid to connect to our children because the people who didn't connect with us, hurt us. So the need for trust is huge. Since that person left you, or wasn't there for you, or intermittently, or haphazardly, or inconsistently, whatever word you want to use, you grew up believing you don't trust people. So then how can you reach out to your child? That makes sense? How can you reach out to your child? And if it's true, then it's time to wake up and make the change. Be there for them. Tell them why you weren't there. I've worked with a lot of parents and their children, and one of the biggest blessings that I've seen over the years is this. When you tell your child why you were unable to be there, why you did not show up, and then you tell them, I'm going to be there for you now. That alone alleviates about 75% of the emotional burden the child has carried with them over the years, and also the belief system the child created can be put aside. Okay? So, think about if you are the parent, right, who wasn't there for your child or isn't there now, take a step back and let's do something different. Okay? Let's think differently. Let's go out, take the risk, because guess what? Every child wants their parent. I've done thousands and thousands of interviews, and everybody's waiting for that moment to say, do you care? Do I matter? Will you listen? Those things are really important to a child. And showing up is so big, it's priceless. There it is, it's priceless. Okay? So think about that. It's Father's Day, and Mother's Day was last month, I want to make every day Mother's Day and Father's Day. I want you to be there for the child every weekend, every day. How you doing? How's your day? How was school? All right? Tell me about your girlfriend. Tell me about your sports. How's that play doing? Are you memorizing your lines? I see you're sad. Let's talk about it. Those things are priceless because they now know you're there. We're getting interrupted from we're getting some what do you call that? Some technical difficulty here. Okay, I hear some static. What is that? Okay, all right. Now, I know this is a what do you call that? A touchy subject, and I don't want you guys leaving here, sort of depressed. My God, he just made me sad. Why go out there? What I'm trying to do is empower you, okay? I'm not here to put a cloud over the day. I'm just here to get you to wake up a little bit and make the shift. And if you can shift in that one moment and do something different, then let's do that, okay? It is Father's Day weekend, all right? Let's appreciate the fathers who show up for the kids, all right? The father is an intricate part of the family. That's why I wrote the book. But nobody's home because it's the father. And the mothers who try to play both roles, but they can only play one. That's the mom. Right? So we got to give moms credit for showing up. All right? It's interesting. I talked to someone last night about raising her teenage boy and how she believes she's abused by him because he just kind of brushes her aside. I said, you know why he brushed you? Do you know why he brushed you aside? Because you always showed up. You're always there, and he knows that you ain't going anywhere. You're not, because you love him, and kids take advantage of that because they just know you're going to be there. And the chapter of the next book is going to be like this: why does the parent who stays around or shows up get the most abuse? Every time I pose that question to somebody, they look at me like, boy, that's true. I'm getting hammered over here, and I keep showing up. Yet the parent who didn't show up gets all the attention because the child is wondering why they're not there. And that takes all the energy. Okay? That being said, keep showing up, right? And lady moms, with your boys, back up a little bit, right? Let them figure it out. Okay? If you want some information about that, look at my website. I talk about that. Okay? And, whatever you do, if you're doing the best you can, moms and dads, then there's nothing to be ashamed of. Nothing. All right?
Tell them how you learned how to gyrate today.
Today, I told you guys I have a fictitious diagnosis of extra muscular, right, massive density bone disorder. Okay, which means my body is so heavy, right, that it's like I'm walking in mud or I have gravity boots on. So when I try to lift my leg up during Zumba, I am like 3 seconds behind, or 2 seconds or something. I'm just behind, right? So I'm going to work on that massive muscular disorder bone density thing, right? So I can keep up with the young people, let's get real, and the smaller people, right? So we're working on that, but I'm trying. I'm showing up. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to show up until I get those steps. Here, I know my limitations, so here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to leave the floor. They ask you to jump and twist and crisscross your legs.
They ask you to gyrate.
Right. They ask you to gyrate. Well, I can gyrate. Shoot, I was a dancer. But I will not jump up and cross my legs because I can't get off the ground. Well, I hate that word can't, but I'm unable to get off the ground due to that disorder that I have, okay? But again, here's that thing about showing up, all right? You keep showing up, things are going to happen. So I'm not a quitter, okay? So that being said, it's time to sign off. I appreciate you all listening, right? Hopefully, my whole thing when I do these talks on this show is you learn something. Maybe you get a little nugget out of this, okay? Yeah, ask questions, email me. I'll be glad to help, okay? And I have I'm going to speak in front of the Long Beach Chamber of Commerce next Thursday. So I'm looking forward to that. So I'm getting more in front of the people. So I'm going to try to dazzle them, okay? So everybody be well, and as always say, please be good to yourself, and also believe in yourself, okay? Keep showing up. Appreciate it. Have a good day. Bye.